Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Billy the Bat Boys Corner. To be a former big leaguer, Matt Tuiasosopo. Thanks for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
2004, the Seattle Mariners drafted you in the third round. What was your reaction when you found out that they drafted you?
I was, moment of shock, and you hear things, you kind of play out scenarios that might happen. Um, you know, with that situation, I had actually been at Safeco Field and talked with the Seattle Mariners front office the day before the draft, and so they did say if I was still available with their first pick. They needed to know for sure that I would sign because I had a scholarship to play football at University of Washington, and so they didn't want to lose a pick, with me like saying no. And so um, their spot came up and I was still available, I kind of was like, well, they're going to make this decision for me. If they don't want to take the risk and they choose someone else, I'm going to go play football. If they do choose me, then I'm playing baseball, because I gave them my word. And so still, though, when you hear your name, there's some shock, and then you're just like filled with a lot of joy, and I was there with my family, so it was a special moment.
For your first pro at bat, you hit a home run. What was that moment like for you?
I barely felt it off my bat. For a quick moment, I wasn't sure where I hit it. I knew I got a fastball up in the zone and ended up going out to right center field, but just a fun time. Rookie ball was a lot of fun. I just graduated high school, so I was out in Arizona on my own and having a lot of fun playing ball every day. Waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going to the spring training facility there for rookie ball. But that at bat was a lot of fun, and I still kind of remember it like it was yesterday.
2008, the Mariners promoted you to the big leagues. Can you tell us your call-up story?
I had had a pretty good year there in Tacoma. It was really cool being so close to home. I live about 45 minutes from Tacoma, about 25-30 minutes from Seattle. So being there close to family and friends made it for a very special year in Tacoma. And then there's nothing like getting the news, getting called into the manager's office. At that time of the year in September, you kind of have a feeling that it could be, to hear that news. And just remember getting the message and then going and celebrating with my family, post game. And I got my first start against Andy Pettitte on a Friday night against the Yankees, and I was pretty nervous because we had actually had a travel day. We were flying home from Texas, and we had an off day on Thursday. So my manager had actually told me that, hey, you're going to start on Friday after the off day. So I had the whole off day to kind of be nervous. Yeah. And I didn't do a whole lot. I actually jumped on YouTube and I was watching video of Andy Pettitte just to kind of study and pick up some tips here or there. And I just remember I was really nervous that first start there, and but it was a lot of fun.
What was it like getting your first major league hit?
It was a double to right field. I remember my first at bat. I was praying that I'd have contact with the pitch, and I flew out to center field. My knees were shaking in the batter's box. It was just a totally different feeling than in the minor leagues, and it's an awesome environment and it's an awesome experience. There's nothing like it. But once I got to second base after that double, looking at Jeter walking up to me to say congrats, on getting my first hit, I could hardly get out any words to respond to him just because I was just starstruck, that he was there with me, but it was a great feeling.
A few years ago in AAA, you hit 3 home runs in a single game. What was that day that just clicked?
It was just one of those days, my parents were actually in town, and my wife and kids, they were there, and I was playing in a beautiful ballpark there in Charlotte, and just was able to put the bat on the ball, and the balls went out. You hit one home run, and you kind of like, I want to hit one more. And I've had a couple 2 home run games, but once I hit that second one, I was like, man, it'd be awesome to hit a third. I was trying to, and thankfully that last at bat I was able to do it, so it was a lot of fun.
You're currently with the independent New Britain Bees. What are you doing to try to get back to affiliated ball?
Just trying to come here and have fun, honestly. Playing this game for a long time, and you can there's a lot that goes to just playing. There's a lot of stuff you work through, you deal with, a a lot of mental preparations and a lot of mental battles, and just the kind of the daily grind of playing every day. It takes a lot on you, and so, first off, I wanted to come here and have fun playing again. Then secondly, kind of take everything that I've learned, especially like the last, 3-4 years, and try to just kind of keep getting better, and show that, I can still play, and I'm having fun. We have a good group of guys here, and so my body is feeling it a little bit. Recovery is I'm not 21 anymore, or 25 anymore, so but I'm having fun, and I don't know what's going to happen from here. I do know that today is what I have, and today is a gift, and it's all I have control over, and I'm blessed to continue to play this game. So just try to have a good attitude and have fun.
Last question: what advice would you give to a younger player?
Enjoy the game. You gotta have fun, and you gotta enjoy and love playing this game. I know there's a lot of failure in this game, and it's a tough game. I believe I've played a lot of sports. I played 3 sports in high school. Like I said, I could have gone to college to play football, so I played a lot of sports, and I believe that this one's definitely the hardest one. Just the mental grind that you have to go through every day, as far as the physical grind of playing every day. I know it's not a physical contact sport, but it's a tough sport. But just try to stay as positive you can. Have fun with your teammates and with your friends, and I try to remind myself it's the same game that I played when I was in Little League with all my friends there in the summer. Don't take things too seriously, or don't get down on yourself too much. You got to stay positive. You got to have fun, and you got to work hard. Nothing comes easy. And all the things that are great, there's no easy way through them. And so just have fun and stay positive and work hard.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.